Conference make it deep. All right, what's going on? Friday, Halloween, October 31st. It's a Friday this year, as it always is. Brought to you by Gametime. Basketball season is back, which means the excitement of being in the stands before tip-off is back too. The Gametime app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Gametime guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. I'm checking this out. I was looking at best. Listen. We love Gametime. They got things for everything. So I was assuming that we were pumping football, which we have as it's kicking. Yeah, okay? and Giants. Falcons at Patriots. I still say Halloween weekend. Patriots right now is a party. All my friends would talk about that. The get-in price there is $176. Falcons at Patriots.
And Giants is $175 to get in there.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of
49ers at Giants.
I feel like a lot of San Francisco people will be.
I think so. They could be a lot of
Yeah, when I worked the Jets game, it was red. The entire bowl was red.
I was gonna say red, a lot of red and gold in there.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, but you get it for everything. Plus fees are always included. So what you see is what you pay. I'm gonna give you. When are the Knicks home tonight?
No, we're in Chicago tonight.
Let's see when the Knicks are home.
I know you're new at this. You got talking to Mike.
Bulls at.
Fuck you.
Bulls at
necessary.
Bulls
at home and home.
Bulls at Knicks Sunday, $170, 7 p.m. After the marathon.
That's a fun little game.
That's a fun little day.
That's a fun game to go. Plus Sunday Night Football kind of sucks this week. So
also, you know what tonight is? The NBA Cup.
Oh yeah, good. Right.
The Cup doesn't mean anything to you?
It doesn't.
It's the second most prestigious award in the NBA.
I'm on Gametime right now, Rico. I know this is a total misdirect here, but Browns at Jets is $44 next week.
Yeah, it's a good thing if you
have a family, you have kids, whatever. Yeah. Like that's NFL game for $44. I know the Jets are not good, but to have your kid go to an NFL game for almost like what, twice the price of a movie. That's
also
crazy.
If you're a Browns fan in the area and you don't get to see them often, like
that's a huge win, right?
Yeah.
The Alabama tickets are dropping next Saturday, I should say, too, at St. John's. So an amazing Game Time deal for the Knicks Sunday night. Go check that out. Take the guess. We're going to buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket. Go download the Game Time app today. All right, so it's Game 6 tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Start there.
Bob Nightingale said Dave Roberts realizes how important it is tonight. So
good. All right.
That's important. I'd like to hear Magic Johnson weigh in to counter that. But
yeah, that was he's an all-timer.
No, this is gonna be Yamoto on the mound. You're gonna have Shohei available. You're gonna have
I mean, you gotta coming out of this. The Dodgers might win these two. I don't take anything away from. I guess
it's been incredible.
Kind of weird because if you have it in your grasps, you almost want to take things away. You kind of do have to take things away from the Blue Jays. Now it's like you should have.
No, now they're in the position where it's devastating if you blow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You almost take it away if they lose. But Springer out and no pitchers and
Springer can be back tonight.
It's just the relentless.
You do have Gosman today though. Like they
have I know this doesn't matter at all. I understand that. But 1992, Game 6, Blue Jays won a World Series. 1993, Game 6, Blue Jays won a World Series. It's hard for me, as someone who just grew up with this, to see the Blue Jays in a Game 6 and not go, I know it doesn't matter. I know it was a million years ago.
Something that some one of us saying.
I know.
What is that?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. I'm prefacing it with that. But in my mind, it's hard for me to look past that. I know I should be able to. I'm just not that bright.
Where is it tonight?
Definitely not bright.
Where is
in Toronto.
Same
place as Game 6 in the 93. Joe Carter.
Probably be what a ticket to get in the building tonight in Toronto. There, that place is going to be rocking.
I also just believe in Gausman. I don't know. I just think the Blue Jays end this.
Yeah, I'm not a big Gausman guy. I never really am. I think
great playoffs.
He has, but I've said consistently I consider you Savage even before this last start. Their best. When he's on the mound, I feel more confident in the Blue Jays than I do when Gausman's on the mound. But Yamamoto's been great. So, he's got 2 complete games this postseason under his belt. Nice. So if you're the Dodgers, you got the right guy on the mound. They held an optional workout yesterday. Everyone on the team showed up.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Gausman's ERA is 2.55 in the playoffs.
The players know how important the game is, that they're showing up on an off day.
For the World Series. Gausman's given up 14 hits in 24 innings in the playoffs. really like the Blue Jays tonight. I've been wrong with the Blue Jays since literally spring training, so I'm probably wrong again. But I really like the Blue Jays tonight. Is that totally crazy?
Oh, I've been rooting for them the whole time. Yeah.
You're not even rooting for them. I just think they're gonna win
It's not crazy. I do like the Dodgers though.
because of Yamamoto.
I think this goes. I think because of Yamamoto, I think you're gonna get. I wonder if they switch up the lineup a little bit. The Dodgers.
Oh, they should.
I think they should.
They can't hit right now.
I think it's really important for them to put some better hitters at the bottom. Not like I'm not talking about Mookie Betts or whatever, but they need guys on base when Shohei comes up so that Shohei gets challenged and Shohei puts down. Right now, like you're getting nothing from those guys at the bottom of the order. So I wonder if something gets wrinkled there. But
The Blue Jays are batting in the World Series 201. It's a team.
I mean the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, excuse me.
I was like the Blue Jays are hitting.
Blue Jays hitting
the shit out of
263. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
Mookie Betts has been.
Dodgers hitting 201 as a team.
Mookie's been horrible.
It's not just Mookie.
I know, Freddie's been solid, and Teoscar's had his hits, but Mookie needs to play better. It's just unacceptable.
He's been horrible. Tommy Edmonds been terrible.
Tommy Evans been brutal.
Shohei needs to hit.
Right.
Last couple games, he's done nothing.
He has another.
Obviously, he's had huge moments in the series,
the
but
nine game.
More to my point that I said
you
yesterday.
can't go over. You can't. He can't go over again today.
What
And
more?
be
I mean, the
over.
guy's slugging 900 in the World Series. Like, what more can he do? That kind of thing. Like,
It is more. It is really just one
it's just
game.
a huge ask.
It is
His
really
last 2 games, right?
no.
No, he had one great game.
big game
Yeah.
is
Oh, that's yeah. That's what I'm
slugging
that's what I'm
900
saying.
is from one.
That's what I'm saying.
So what I said yesterday in games 4 and 5, he came up to the plate with a guy on base one time. So like his at bats aren't. Their Blue Jays doing such a good job of minimizing the importance of his at bat because if they're scoring runs and they're up 5-1, 4-1, well, I'm going to pitch to them because worst thing that happens, this becomes 4-2.
Yeah, of course.
So that is like Toronto's doing such a good job of limiting his impact on the game. We'll see how that happens tonight. I wonder, maybe is it crazy if you put somebody else at leadoff?
No, nothing's crazy at this point.
Because then that guy gets on, you have to pitch to Shohei. Like I'm just trying to think of you might want to do that actually. I don't know. I don't know if they change.
And I know,
You
obviously,
lead
they-
off with Freddie, maybe. Like, I'm just trying to think.
I
Here.
just worried. I know this is old school thinking, but does he clog the bases too much? He's so slow.
I'm pretty not like slow where it's clogging the bases. Like he can move. Like he's a guy that can go first or third if that's.
but
what
then
you're
do you put Shohei third then? To go like to not do lefty.
I don't know. Maybe you don't fuck with Shohei, but you fuck with Mookie somehow and drop him down. I don't
Mookie down to,
know.
like,
Say Freddie
seventh?
leadoff.
What's that?
He said Freddie leadoff.
He said Freddie leadoff. Yeah.
Yeah. It is Gosman's pitching though, so you might not hate lefties.
Yeah, I guess
to
that's
start it off.
What's the line on tonight?
130 something.
Dodgers are minus 144.
It keeps moving.
I have a trivia question that I know Chris Clemmer can answer. The only MVP on a losing World Series team.
Oh, it was 1960, right?
Yep,
Yeah, it was the Yankee one. I forget who won it, but
Bobby Richardson.
oh yeah, I knew that actually.
Well, he wouldn't win it.
And the most recent in a LCS who won on a losing team.
85.
86 Mike Scott, 87 Jeffrey Leonard.
Mike Scott won 86,
Yes.
and Jeffrey Leonard won 87 against the Cardinals. That's
Yep.
why. Yeah,
And
I forgot
then
Mike
there was
Scott.
I don't know
another
if you
one.
could. I really don't know. If you could
82 Fred
justify
Lynn.
that.
No, he
Angels.
wouldn't win it this year.
No, I don't know if you could.
He has not played well enough to win
I
it.
don't know if you could justify anybody winning on a losing team.
Oh, it's in general.
Anymore. Yeah, I mean it happened like back in the 80s, but it hasn't happened.
The only
in 40
what did McDavid win it?
It's a playoff MVP, so
Yeah.
it's a little different.
Got it.
But he did. After losing a crushing Game 7, had to come back out and accept the MVP trophy of the playoffs.
Bro, that's something where like let's do the ceremony in private.
It would
or
be
something.
funny if the Blue Jays went tonight and it's like, all right, World Series MVP, Shohei Ohtani,
That would
come
be
back out here.
Ben Verlander's just like tweeting in all caps like Shohei did it.
He's so good he can win when he loses.
That would be actually perfect.
Unbelievable.
I might do that.
Anything else that you like about this game tonight, or like keep an eye? So the over under 7.5. We both love the starting pitchers. Is that too high?
Now Yamamoto pitching. No.
The 7.5 isn't too high.
It's too high. Sorry, I reversed that in my head. No, because it being an elimination game, like Yamamoto, if he's struggling early, I don't expect him to, but if he is, he's going to get a quick hook. Then you get into the Dodgers' pen, things unravel a little bit.
I don't think Yamamoto's having a quick hook at all.
No, I'm just saying, like, if he doesn't have it, if he's getting rocked.
I think even if he doesn't have it, he's still going like 120, 150.
Well, who else is available? Like, do they have starters?
I think if he gives up 4 runs in the first, he's probably.
He might just eat it. Like he's
Then
the
your
best
season's
option.
over.
He's the best option.
You
out of all
can't
those
eat
pitchers.
anything.
You can't eat it.
No,
No,
but he's
you
their
can't eat
best
it.
pitcher. Like,
Meek, he won't eat it.
You're not eating innings in a elimination game.
let me rephrase that. Instead of eating it, it's just he's the best pitcher available over anyone else in that bullpen.
But in this theory of him getting shelled, he's not. If you're just getting shelled,
If he
then
gives
you're
up
not.
3 runs in the fourth, by the fourth he's gone.
You can't operate with any caution.
I get it.
sorry,
But their bullpen is
any
that,
apprehension.
Their
Apprehension,
bullpen
yeah.
is that bad. Like, what are you putting in? Like Donnie Henriquez or
No, Shohei, you're doing anything.
Show,
man.
Shohei, I don't. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
You're doing
that's what we're
anything.
talking
I don't-
about.
Your season's on the
Or
line.
Roki for a few innings, like
Roki in like the 5th.
Sure.
Okay,
I don't
that's-
know, man. Like at this point, but this
If that's your answer, I'm more than fine. I'm not talking about like, oh, 3rd inning, get Jack Dryer warming
no,
up. 'cause Yamamoto's not.
no.
at that point
Okay.
you got to save your season.
This is
Because Dave Roberts fucked up in Game 5 by putting Henriquez out there.
I know
for
that was a
7th
bad
inning.
decision,
I
but
think-
that's not what I'm
Okay.
talking about here. But I'm just saying you're not letting him just ride out and figure it out. Like if he doesn't have it, he's
Yeah.
gone.
Okay.
What is his prop? I love to see these outs props.
His strikeouts is 7.
No, I don't care about that.
His outs is 18.5.
Okay, so oh my god.
It's
Bro,
minus
Bro, it's
144.
18.5 with a minus number behind it.
Minus 144.
Minus 144. I love the Dodgers. They think he's gonna shove.
I really like the Blue Jays, but I've been wrong so much about them.
That's a jar. You don't see that. You see that with like obviously. I mean, he is on Scooble's tier. Obviously, a pitcher. He's one of the best pitchers in the game. But
Right.
that's a lot of.
Do you know what he has to
confidence behind
record a
that.
win? Take a guess.
I never know. I don't even know what those even look like.
Jeez.
Minus 102.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's like he's gonna be out there long enough to get a lead.
All right, I'm gonna be on Dodgers team total, and I'm gonna be on Yamamoto over for sure.
Over
do picks
over
in
and
the-
outs?
Yeah,
Really?
and I'm gonna be on Dodgers money line and Dodgers run line.
I mean, I want to
Dodger-
see Game 7. so-
Dodgers night. That too.
When would 7 be tomorrow?
Oh, it's back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adam Silver would delay till Thanksgiving.
100%. 100%.
Makes sense. I guess you want it's kind of a knockdown college football slate this week.
I mean,
Yeah.
but it was supposed to be phenomenal.
No.
And
Yeah,
it's-
Penn,
it's- and it's
Penn
still-
State ruined it.
But that even then that would have been at noon regardless.
Yeah, it's all a lot of day games.
So, like,
What else? Is that the only one that got knocked down?
Well, that's what I was just saying to Jack before. Like, I feel like
Like,
everyone's
what
saying-
else took a dip?
That's what I'm
really?
saying. It got knocked down so bad, but it's literally just like they lost the main event. Basically, that was supposed to be the main event. That was the game.
I guess you could.
I mean,
say
think on
Kansas-
paper before the season, that was like supposed to be like 1 versus 2, like 1 versus like 3 kind of game, and now it's
Yeah.
a 20-point.
Vandy,
spread.
Texas will be good.
No, there's a lot of good games. It's
Well,
still a very
Vandy,
good
Texas
slate.
also wasn't supposed to be that good.
Texas?
But I mean,
Vandy.
But Vandy was supposed to be like
I
not
thought
this
you-
good, but good.
I thought you were saying Texas wasn't supposed to be.
Julian was saying that was a game of the year thing. Was probably like a 20-point spread.
Yeah. You're right.
That rose up.
Yeah,
so
you're
like
right,
just
you're
by
right.
the
I mean,
same-
Oklahoma, Tennessee's a big game.
That's pretty good.
That's a really good game.
It's lost its luster though with
Nice
Oklahoma
if we
taking a step back.
I don't think it has because
Really?
because it's like a loser leaves town game.
You think?
Yeah.
So you think Oklahoma can still get in?
I don't think they will because they still have to play Bama and all these teams.
Yeah.
But if Tennessee wins, I think they have a path.
I'm more or less looking at it from Oklahoma's standpoint of like I don't consider them a playoff.
You know, I don't consider either of these teams. I don't think
Yeah.
either of them are like
2-point spread.
But
so
it does.
But
keep
it's
them-
a 2.5, 3-point spread. When and especially the home team is the one laying it, which is like I like Oklahoma. I feel like everyone loves Tennessee. I think Tennessee's defense is terrible.
Tennessee hasn't impressed me.
But I don't think. But I'm also someone all year been beating the drum of Oklahoma, but super overrated.
Is it the I always like to look at what's the best slate: the noon, the 3:30, the 7s. I think this week's the 7s.
Because you have that. We have
7s and on. Sorry, I'm grouping Utah, Cincy in that.
Utah,
Yeah.
Cincy's a
That's
great game.
10-15, right?
Because I think that's a fantastic game. I want to know who their quarterback. Are they going back to Dampier?
It's Morton. For Utah, I think Dampier is.
I wanna see that kid.
But Big 12 is very weird with like they're trying to put a stop to this whole like injury report thing. It's nonsense
Really?
because they just don't really they don't have to really report it. It's like kind of bullshit. They're trying to stop that.
USC Nebraska is gonna.
That's a great game. That spread's coming down. Also,
Georgia Tech NC State is going to be tight. That's a 4-point spread.
and it was 5.5 earlier in the week too.
Watch out for SMU.
Honestly, Ward's largest cocktail party, Florida, Georgia. This will be a good game, I think.
I like Georgia a lot. It's my best.
I like Florida,
Florida in their defense.
I like Georgia.
but I also this year's been so weird. Like I feel like Georgia keeps like ratting their way through those spots. Like
Florida is a 7-point dog in all these big games, and they usually cover.
this year, they've been like half and half on
Yeah.
like getting them.
Watch out for SMU Miami too.
That one too. That spread. All those spreads have come down. I was like 12 now. It's like 10.5. I don't really like SMU. I still kind of believe
like SMU.
I still kind of believe in Miami.
I like a lot of those. I
believe Miami.
I think Kansas State can win the game on the field. I think SMU can win the game on the field.
Kansas State's Dave's like big. He put $240,000 out.
Well, he was scared.
But he's Kansas State. But he did say on College Football Show that it seems like everyone liked Kansas State. He put the bets put in, so it's like it's in.
Yeah.
But he said he's starting to get a little nervous. Like it seems like everyone's kind of on the Kansas State train.
We'll see. Yeah.
They just smashed Kansas last week. Texas Tech has kind of looked like not as great. They looked human the last couple weeks.
Ebo's on it though, which
I'm going to be on Kansas State. I like Kansas State, but it's a scare. I understand it could be scary because I'm afraid if they can't run the ball, if they make Johnson throw it, like how that's going to look.
We'll do this one real quick because you could tell it was definitely a good argument. It went 50-50 on the poll. 50-50. If Texas finishes 9-3, one of those wins is over Vandy or Georgia, and definitely A&M. They have to have A&M, and they're sitting there at 9-3. And Notre Dame's 10-2. I think you give the lean, depending on how many SEC teams have 2 losses. Just straight up, I do think Texas has a better resume.
No,
You text me immediately. Go, I didn't really consider this. Notre Dame would have beaten nobody. Texas is holding an elite win. Also, Texas would have beaten A&M, who Notre Dame lost to. Granted, it was by a point, but. 50-50.
I'll say respectfully, I didn't consider it because
how did that move?
Oh.
it's close enough.
50-50.
That's the same.
Screenshot it.
It's
50-50.
No, because that just gives you the decimal point. So then on Twitter, it doesn't give you the decimal
Yeah, on
points.
desktop it's different probably, but close enough.
My
Why
thing
did you
with
put that mask on?
I've always worn the mask. I'm Batman.
the thing with Texas, like I guess I didn't consider it because I'm saying what I just don't think it's gonna happen. Like I don't think they're beating.
Neither do I, but it's I like.
No,
these
but
arguments,
once
that's
you
all.
said it and I thought about it, I was like, okay, like I agree with it though because they'll just have such better. Like Notre Dame, as much as they're getting all this credit, and I do think Notre Dame is good. I don't want to sit there and say like they're not good. They are, but they haven't beaten anyone.
Nope.
Their best win is USC, and their best win going forward would be Pitt. Who actually?
Boise, I think too. It's like
Pitt's better than Boise. Pitt's been on a nice run, so they changed the quarterback.
Navy is still undefeated.
But even that,
I'm just saying. I mean, I know these are. I'm trying to justify their second best
There's
win.
also USC in the rain, which is like that doesn't.
Yeah.
like,
It's
that
more
doesn't
just that
USC any favors.
in this hypothetical from Bosco, Texas would have some like wins over like Oklahoma, a win over one of these like
also
Vandy.
a tight loss to
Vandy or-
you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the one of the losses would be like to the number one team on the
Potentially
road.
the closest game Ohio State has ever played this season.
Is a win over
Depending on what
Oklahoma
Michigan-
even
Likely
that
will
good,
be.
though?
Oh, Michigan, right? Michigan could be tight.
It's a better win than what Notre Dame has.
Yeah, Notre Dame's
that's
wins
true.
are.
I think at worst it's on caliber with USC. Probably bet we'll see at like Oklahoma if Oklahoma wins this weekend. I think it makes the win definitely better than USC.
What's the latest with Arch?
I think it sounds like he's leaning towards playing. I think.
3.5 line makes me think he is playing.
I think it leans, but the kid came and made one great throw.
He did, but
he made the game winner.
But like I still rather I thought Arch looked good in the second half.
He looked fine. I still I think it's funny where like his bar was so high, and then he was so bad. Now it's so low.
Yeah.
That it's like when he looks like competent, we're like, look at Arch. And trust me, I've been saying
That's fair. He very clearly needs one more.
He looks better because I thought he looked solid in the Oklahoma game, like in the second half too. He looked solid in that game. Yeah, I mean, I think they probably. It's scary because I've been such a Vandy guy, but I like hate this line, this number. I feel like they're due to like get one.
They're definitely due to.
Also, Vandy's in a spot where they can drop one and still be fine, but they have some more tough games down the road.
Well,
it feels like if they get this one, like I think they're gonna make the playoff
Driver's seat.
because they played Tennessee last week of the year at Knoxville. That'll be a really tough game. But if they're in that spot, they could. If they win this one and win the others, they could lose that game.
Yeah.
So this is
Still be
where,
in the playoff.
this is where it gets like hairy because A&M's got no losses right now.
A&M's gonna make the playoff.
Definitely.
Right, they could still lose to Texas and be in. So that's your SEC team.
I think they could lose two and still.
Bama's 7-1.
A&M's defense.
Probably don't think they're losing, and then you still got Georgia. Like you don't know if they get a second loss. Ole Miss, do they get a second loss?
But you can have a
Vanderbilt,
second
do they
loss.
get a second? No, all I'm saying is, I'm sorry. I'm saying all these teams with 2 losses still potentially around ahead of Texas. That's my point.
Yes, gotcha.
That's my point.
Gotcha.
Tennessee is 6-2. Like you don't know what happens with them in Oklahoma. One of them could run.
one of
the
them's
table at
gone
2.
this weekend.
Missouri has 2. Like which way do they go? It's just there is a lot of SEC packaging that.
No, it's still
could get
very
in
much
front
in
of Texas
flux.
where you put them in front. So that's all. But I found it interesting. 50-50 split on the poll. Like a lot of people debated. I was like, it's pretty good argument.
It just
I like
depends
that.
how it plays out too.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're thinking SEC is going to get at least probably 4 teams. Maybe they could sneak in 5, depending on the Big 12 and ACC play out. Because I think the Big 10 is a clear 3. I think the Big 10 has like an outside chance at 4, but probably unlikely at this point. But it's possible because I think the winner of this USC Nebraska game is definitely still alive. Especially I think if it's USC, because they would have a win at Nebraska and against Michigan. Like those are decent wins. Their losses would be like at Illinois in like a really close game and to Notre Dame. So I think USC, if they win this game, they're alive. They have playoff life still. And that'd be the 4. But also the Big 12's in a weird spot where I think they could sneak into. And the ACC is kind of an interesting spot where, like, if things...
Nobody plays each other in the ACC.
No, but that's the whole point. That's where... But
somehow these 3...
But I'm saying the thing is with the ACC is, like, if Miami just wins it and Louisville stays with, like, 1 loss, or even if, say, like, Louisville gets in the ACC championship and they lose to it, or even, say, Georgia Tech is also, like, Georgia Tech runs the table. They only lose to Georgia, like, last week of the year, a non-conference loss. They play in the conference championship game. They lose to Miami. Miami's getting in. Obviously, they won the ACC, and then Georgia Tech would have to be in. You can't, if your only losses are to Georgia and then to Miami in a title game where everyone else was not playing.
Right.
They'd get 2 teams.
They don't like to penalize, right, if you lose the title game too much.
And they would put them, if Georgia Tech can, like, avoid all these grenades coming up, like the NC State.
Yeah, like this is a week where I'm very much monitoring Georgia Tech with NC State. That's
big time. No, that line is it's come down. It was 5.5 earlier in the week. It's slammed down.
That's I'll be on NC State. If Georgia Tech wins that like handily, I'll be very impressed.
All right, last night in 2 minutes.
Well, before we get into this, I have some thing to share. Shams went on a show and said to keep an eye on the situations of Giannis, Trae Young, and LeBron James. So.
Interesting.
Well, Giannis right now, they look.
Giannis, we know.
It's a good, but it's also a good start for.
Bucks won again.
Yeah,
Right?
Bucks couldn't be without him.
The Bucks couldn't be happy. Like the Hollins, they're
Yeah.
They look. This is the start that if you're a Bucks fan, you're like hoping we get as much time as we can with Giannis. This is the start you wanted.
You know,
Beat the Warriors without him.
Yeah.
LeBron
good.
hasn't played yet. And he may not play till Christmas. Maybe.
That's a weird situation, man.
And Trae Young is interesting. I think he's getting his knee checked out.
Yeah,
no
he
one-
left that game early the other day, right?
No one wants. Oh, you saying for an injury standpoint?
Yeah, for an
Okay.
injury standpoint.
I think from Trey, it sounded like Sham saying from like a you never know, like if they would move on from him.
No, like I don't think anyone wants him.
I think they do.
I think any contenders.
You never know. I'm just saying, like, all it
talented
takes is
player.
one. All it takes is one
exactly
team
right.
to love him.
I know, but I just from this point, I feel like if someone else wanted him, he'd be gone.
Well, if the Spurs view him as an upgrade over De'Aaron Fox.
But
I keep
they're
saying
stuck
that.
with Fox, unless you just want to swap.
Yeah, swap. Give them their picks back.
I did wonder last night. I watched the Spurs
Spurs are
game.
lights out right now.
They've been incredible.
Dude, can you believe
They were predicted like 6 or 7 in the West.
Some say a top 4
6 or
team.
7.
They should go all in.
Some say a top 4 team. in
Can
the
you
West.
believe that Tim Duncan,
Monday
Manu,
night bet with
Tony
it.
Parker, none of them started
Month of
5-0?
lunches.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Month of lunches.
I would have got in on that.
By the way, Ev also had a really good tweet today about the YouTube TV stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely more on ESPN, but I
agree.
do think YouTube TV is playing their part as well.
YouTube TV started at $35 a month, and it just keeps.
No, it's like
now
90.
it's 92.
But I there is some, like, everyone else keeps raising theirs up and then kind of forces their hand. So I do see that because I saw a lot of people pushing back, being like, because I was like, fuck both of them. But it definitely is more, like, if there's a pie chart of it, ESPN definitely is the bigger half.
I don't know why it
Bigger
keeps
part,
happening. They already happened. I think they were floating this around March Madness.
It's because it's always something else. Like it was CBS, now it's ESPN,
Yeah,
and then
no.
ESPN's trying to do their ESPN Unlimited thing that's like
Yeah.
$30 a month
That's why I wonder if
with like Hulu and Disney Plus. So it's really like it's a Disney thing. Obviously,
I'm a cable guy, so I'm old. So I don't have YouTube TV, but I wonder if
Yeah, but listen,
is even
dude,
YouTube TV's
I
fault.
finally pulled the plug on cable because I couldn't justifying both. I had the YouTube obviously TV for the multi-view. You can't justify that with the cable.
it's just so
like,
much more
until-
cost efficient
until
because
cable-
you don't need multiple boxes.
Until cable
YouTube TV you can put on every
Right.
TV in your house.
But then you run into this shit where every week they're fighting with
Yeah,
something.
I know.
But I don't think this is YouTube TV's fault in this case. I think this is ESPN trying to
It's
promote that
definitely
app.
it's more on them, but I think YouTube TV probably could have made a concession or two and like made it happen.
Probably right.
And they're choosing not to. They're letting ESPN like strong arm them.
So obviously you guys know college football way more than I do. What games are you guys gonna miss if you have YouTube TV this weekend if they don't?
Well,
It's anything on ESPN, which is a ton of them.
So our friend Brad has the tweet every week that, like, ABC does a good job going 12:30, 3:37.
Yeah.
If you're a one-channel guy or you run a fucking bar or whatever, like obviously Big Noon Kickoff is unbelievable, but things scatter as they go. Like, Big Noon I think has the premier 12 o'clock game.
You have Penn State,
almost
Ohio
every
State.
week, but then things change. Like Ohio State, Penn State,
And you have Vandy, Texas on ABC, so you'll still get ABC.
so you're still gonna have like eyeballs or whatever.
But look, this is the game you're losing. Like you're losing Miami, SMU. You wouldn't get Duke, Clemson, ACC Network. I don't think you'd get that. UCF, Baylor, not getting that.
Well, are you using ABC too?
Wouldn't you
Yeah.
still? Are you? But ABC is like basic. Wouldn't you still have ABC?
I don't know.
It's all the
If
same.
you don't have ABC, that's
You
crazy.
will not have ABC.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
So here's where our friends at Sling.
You're not getting Vandy, Texas. That's like the top 2 game of the day.
This is what I'm doing.
That's insane.
This is what I'm doing.
I have ESPN Unlimited because I just had to get it for I think for something like
YouTube
MMA.
will
I
offer you
got
a
it.
$20 credit.
Yeah,
That's I got the email like 2 days. It's fucking that's I tweeted like $20 credit like thanks jerk
Yeah, but
off.
your ESPN
sports is the only sports for sports I wouldn't have YouTube TV.
See, I don't know.
I have no reason for it outside of sports. If you have no sports, I don't need you.
I don't know what I have, because I'm pretty sure. Well, I was buying ESPN Plus
It changed.
at $11.99.
There's no more ESPN Plus.
Yeah, they got rid of that, right?
Somehow-
now they have the unlimited.
Somehow
It's unlimited. It's like $30 a month. But there's a lower one as well that I think might be like 15 or like 18.
I don't know what I paid
somehow
for
I
either.
still turn on my box and I have ESPN Plus access without getting the big ad.
Same.
I
Here's
don't
my
know.
thing.
I don't know if I'm
Here's my
grandfathered in.
question.
It's
That's
called
probably-
like Watch ESPN now. It's like they changed.
yeah, whatever.
Like,
So
But,
I-
hold on. Our friends at Sling, $4.99 a day pass gets you the ABC and ESPN networks for
close.
Saturday.
Oh.
And from there, you can kind of like figure it
I
out.
might do that.
I'm definitely doing it for.
I have ESPN Unlimited, so I can get it.
Not to have
you can
ABC
get-
either.
you'll
It's
be- actually,
crazy.
you don't. Well, you don't need it then.
Well, he wants ABC. He might. I don't know if that. I don't know if that.
But then it's
I don't know, it might
but
be.
then it's like the multi-view thing. Because then it's like, what games do I want to watch on like this TV? You throw in like a few on, and then on this TV, like it's how I got to maneuver the TVs.
On ESPN, you get multi-view. Sling, you don't.
What do you mean on ESPN?
From what I'm told, on the new ESPN app, you get multi-view as well.
I'll have to check that out. Then I'm not sure.
And I know this doesn't affect us as much, but if you're a parent, Disney programming's not on there either. So if your kid loves this thing on Disney, they want to watch it every day. That's gone too right now.
If the wife likes Dancing with the Stars, it doesn't come out Tuesday.
ABC. See ya.
Might be a problem. Won't be a problem in my household. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think you're alone, Ev. Like that's a pretty popular show, so they got to figure that shit out.
Alex Earl's still going?
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
I think she's in the top 5, top 6.
You knew she was keeping it through.
She's a good dancer.
That was a good tweet, Ev, about that. It was
Yeah, I didn't realize I'd go.
Fair point.
It just pissed me off. It just so because
tough.
it's one of those. I just think I always have the mindset. Oh, like at the 12th hour they'll get it done.
Yeah.
And now, but ESPN I think is strategic.
there's no- I think
you're right.
The other problem
because they know there's people like me who like have like I already had it because I just like there's so many others like MMA stuff I wanted it for and stuff, but they just know like college football fans we're fucking like junkies. Like we're gonna fucking buy it. Like we're not gonna just not watch the game.
You also only get so many these weekends a year.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so precious. Like it's fucking week 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're deep as fuck into the season. Like
Yeah.
the playoff rankings start coming out next week.
Right.
We're right there. Like we only have a month left basically of regular season, and then it's playoff and bowl games.
The problem with all of it though is everybody offers like, I don't know. It's like if somebody comes over to your house, like, yeah, I brought dinner, and they roll out the stuff, and oh, that's a great meat, and that's a great side, and this. Did you get rolls? Nah, I fucking forgot the rolls. Like, there's one little thing that each of them are missing. Cable has, you can watch everything on cable. No multi-view. They're missing the rolls. You go to some YouTube TV, they're fighting with the other people. They got the multi-view, but every once in a while, you're going to get a thing. You're going to lose your network. Scroll on the top. We're going to fight with you here. Like, you get lagging shit, this and that. Like, everybody is forgetting the one side dish, rolls, this and that. Like, I just wish we could be like, all right.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? Now I'm hungry.
I promise you.
I want rolls really bad right now.
Just be
So
like,
I want Thanksgiving.
Just be like, I promise you, whatever those networks are, I will never watch them. Figure out a way for me to just get what I want.
Can I tell you my issue? I had Hulu when it was one thing. I had Disney Plus when it was one thing.
Yeah.
I paid for cable. I had ESPN Plus.
Same boat.
So now they do the bundle. I'm paying for 3. That's why I got to cancel all 3 to get the one.
Yeah.
I just paid all 3.
I do. I don't know what's going on with that, man. I can't
Just
keep up.
burning money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
'Cause what? I'm just gonna then I have to do a new username. They already have my email. Like you already have an account. It's a whole thing.
I'm sure there's a way to
Just
consolidate
fucking
it, but I
merge
don't
me,
know how it
man.
works. I don't know, man.
The ESPN Unlimited, I guess, did merge. It's
Wait,
funny,
so I guess I have to cancel and get ESPN Limited.
but I also feel like either like
probably do the same thing.
the girlfriend, whoever's probably paying for Disney and Hulu already, but then I have it. I don't
right.
even use it.
I pay for
I have ESPN Unlimited.
Damn it.
It's the ESPN Unlimited. I think is the bundle.
I think you're right.
2026.
Which the bundle used to be like 16 a month. Now it's 30.
I got to do an audit and see what I'm doing. I got to audit.
You really? I do too.
I might need to do an audit.
I know.
I don't really even know how to do the audit.
Honestly, shout out Rocket Money.
I was texting Pete.
Sponsor of some programs.
I
Not necessarily
Google-
reference some
Absolutely.
others.
That's probably the move.
And it's not just that, because it's other stuff too. Which
Well, they
confuses
warn you
the
about
hell
all
out of
kind
me.
of stuff, but they say if you're like, because for me, I used to do. I think there's a point in time I was paying for 3 different ESPN Plus
I
subscriptions
think I have 2.
at once. Like, because I was just put in positions where like I don't give a fuck. I want to watch this now. If I can pay $11 and watch it right this second, I'm doing it.
Oh yeah.
I was put in those spots a few times, and you end up just having different accounts and
course.
randomly getting charged for them all.
Yeah. I got to audit. Maybe Rocket. Yeah, Rocket.
I was talking to Pete. I got a problem with my Google TV. The device, it's great. It's a white remote. It plugs in.
What's Google TV?
Google TV. So the thing. All right, now we're getting really in the weeds. So with the setup, when you have a Roku, I got the Roku TV, which is the Roku remote that goes just to the big one.
Okay.
And then the 2 on the bottom. If you put 2 Rokus next to each other on those, I put a sticker on the back, right and left. When you hit right though, because the things are so close, it triggers left.
I mean, that's
now
how it
you
does
can
in
do
the
it on your
Chicago
phone.
cave.
You can do it on your phone, but I wanted to have 2 different things. So I found this thing, Google TV. White remote. It has all the stuff. It was working great for now. Now it's doing this thing where it fucking keeps kicking me out of my own internet. And it's not an internet problem or like, oh, you're too far away from your, what do they call that thing?
Like the router, or whatever.
Router, because everything else is working pretty fucking good, and the laptop's working, and this is working. So the Google TV's gone. So like I switched to Amazon. I moved the Amazon Fire Stick down there. Like I'm having all sorts of fun.
Does your wife ever get to watch TV?
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of TV. She
I
watches
just
a
feel
lot
like
of
you
television.
are commanding the TVs a lot.
Downstairs
Well, he's downstairs.
Okay.
doing laundry.
Okay.
In the laundry.
Motor on the dryer just went too. By the way.
Oh no! Oh, that's a bitch. I've been down that road.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tough call.
What was that? Tweet me.
Because then you like to get a new dryer, you know, like
That's,
fucking
we got a we got the I got a good
Oh, he told
appliance.
us that.
Yeah, just McDaniel will be
Yeah.
the coach rest
Yeah,
of the year.
Greer got
Yeah,
fired.
yeah, they fired.
Oh wait, they fired him too?
No, they're
Oh.
keeping him,
Safe.
but they
Yeah,
fired
he's-
Greer.
yeah.
That game, man.
Right, that's what I was saying. We
What
started
a
off with that
fucking
in a sentence.
frustration.
You know what it reminded me
So
of?
close. Why would you have the Dolphins?
Yeah, it just so frustrating. I saw people getting mad because I'm like, this is a game because Warren Sharp put up a thing of just like they both were inside the 25 4 times.
It was
each.
Duke. I was watching
28
Duke
points.
football.
That's I think people were understanding because I said I tweeted I said like I quote tweeted and said like this is brutal, like it should have been a coin flip game and Dolphins found a way to get blown up. People being like, do you watch football? It wasn't a coin flip game. I'm like, idiot. I didn't say it was a coin flip. I said it should have been the way they were moving the ball up and down the.
The
fucking
Ravens were
field.
doing nothing on offense.
They had more than double the yards and first downs in the first half, and somehow we're down 8. I was like, they're gonna. Once that happened, I was like, this game's over. I was like, you can't play that much better in a half and be coming down 8.
And we had 2 winners from last night. Marty was on Ravens -7.5, and Clemmer had under 51.5 as one of his 5 picks. So they both are 1-0 to start the week.
And it's
Oh, he
great.
needs it too.
Yeah.
And I'm the most bitter gambler right now. Admittedly, I've been so cold, but that's one where like neither came close, and I sit and I watch, and I'm like, there was a path.
I had 20.
Like it was there. Like
Yeah.
the path was there, and
They
they
had
just
20
they
and a
just
half
couldn't
teams
convert.
total.
Dolphins just so inept. Like when
they
it comes to like getting
like-
it done.
And then they got shafted on that tripping was like that was one of the worst calls in like the history of
like
football.
that. So tripping.
That was shameful.
Tripping is available to be overturned through replay assist. If you're not going to overturn that, then when are you going to overturn it?
That's where it's just so frustrating.
Fucking
'cause-
slipped.
And that's a game where like I start getting in the mud of like I know it's like not even unit whatever like these guys should have to answer to the shit. Like why
Yeah.
does that
Oh, absolutely.
why does that scumbag ref who's a fucking moron get to miss a call that blatant and then just go what I mean he just gets to go home and just
Well, just
sleep like a baby
explain it.
after.
Explain your
That's
point
all-
of view.
No, just
Like,
say you
that's all.
no say you
Or you missed it.
Look me in the eye and say you fucked up.
That's
you,
all.
Like you get paid enough. I don't know.
How come the athletes have to answer, but the refs and umpires don't have to?
It's because Goodell's a fucking scumbag.
It's every sport.
Also, pay him full time.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's
They're not full time, so that's why they don't have to defend it. That's what justifies not making them have to answer to it because they don't even have like benefits.
That was a horrible call.
But that was like true. Like, and then I feel like Ollie Gordon rightfully so, crashing out.
Oh yeah.
I'd be losing my fucking
His
mind.
coach was going at him.
Coach, I'd be like, "Fuck you, coach! Like, open your fucking eyeballs."
He did basically.
He's like, "Shut the fuck up, coach! You don't know what the fuck you're talking about." I fucking cut this guy, and they're saying I tripped him, and he went over my fucking my ribs.
Crazy.
It's just preposterous. But
I will say on the other side, it was look. The Ravens looked their best, no, but Lamar got it done. 4 touchdowns. I know it wasn't like glamorous, but like he's back.
He looked
and their schedule was so easy.
Can we just crown them NFC North champs? Or, excuse me, AFC North champs.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Like the path was there, and people were kind of struggling to see it, and it just went exactly as like.
Well, I don't think
Vegas thought it was going to go.
I do think you do have to let Sunday play out if Pittsburgh pulls a miracle.
Sure, no.
I wouldn't even call it a miracle. They're only a 3-point dog.
Right. And if not, then it's.
I'm in tongue in cheek because the Ravens still have games like they can drop, but they do have like
know. It is
the
like the
NFL.
Vikings isn't just like a fucking
at
layup.
Browns, Jets,
Yeah, that's the-
Bengals.
But they
No, but
these
you
are games.
in the NFL, you don't automatically just throw your cleats out and run 5.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They had Bosco. They control their own destiny. So that's the other part.
It's two things. It's that, and they will be favored in every single one of these games. They're not just like written in wins, but they'll be favored in all of them.
Put it this way: we're seeing now why Vegas gave them that line a few weeks
You
ago.
saw it from the beginning of the year. They're like what they looked like, even in the Bills' loss. Like you saw it full like what they look like. It took a disaster to lose that game in Buffalo. Also,
Defense is still an issue.
it's still, but it's way better though. It's healthy. It's way better.
I don't consider them like I don't really give them a shot to go to the Super Bowl.
A shot?
See, in the AFC,
I give him a shot.
in the
Not with that
AFC,
defense.
but I really think in the AFC, like there's not enough good teams for me to say
exactly
that.
right.
Like when
Also, the good
when the
teams are
top like 2
unproven.
teams are going to be like the Chiefs and like the Colts, like they definitely have a shot.
No, it's just that the good teams are I still think the Colts and Patriots are good teams. It's
Patriots too, sure.
They're just unproven.
That's what I'm saying.
That
like
in
the
the
Ravens,
playoffs as well. Like
I think them and the Chiefs are just playing different football, like different sports right now.
Yeah.
Like if they lined up, like the Chiefs would throttle them.
well, I will say this:
That's kind of where I'm at.
2 games this week, both 1.5 point spreads. You talk about a swing in momentum. If Denver can steal it and the Chiefs lose, or the other way, like obviously if the Chiefs beat Buffalo and then Denver, like that right now, like this to me kind of even more than their head-to-head games. I know it's going to sound crazy. Obviously the head games mean so much,
I understand what you're
so much more. Right. But like in terms of the most important games, this week is right there.
Sure.
Denver's got to steal it against Houston, and Kansas City's got to lose it against Buffalo if you're a Denver guy.
for sure. No, also, what was I just going to say?
Things can shift this week. Things can absolutely
Big time, big time.
Should we go through some of these games?
Yeah, for sure. So let's start. I guess I'll go with the big ones.
Should we start at 1 o'clock to start off, or
No, I was going to group them with the big spreads because I feel like people have less opinion on them potentially.
Sure.
So we'll see.
Also, this
So-
is what I was going to say.
And there's
just
not
to-
much like you don't think a team can win, but you obviously think they can cover. Like so that it's more that like it's just too many points. Like if you were taking the Saints, like it's just too many points. Go ahead. What did you have to say?
No, it was the set. It was on my. I was going to say before when we were talking about it. Crazy. Lamar's thrown more touchdown passes than Josh Allen this year.
What?
Ooh.
2 more actually.
That's crazy.
That is a nuts.
That is a crazy stat.
Josh Allen is having a like very and I like Josh Allen, but no one gets the benefit of the doubt more than that guy for like no reason.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's an obviously phenomenal player, like clear top 2-3 quarterback in the NFL. Like not even a debate. Even one I'll hear. I have no like issue anyone wanted to put him one, but he just gets so much like no one gets more slack than that guy.
I guess the benefit of that would be his weapons suck and his defense is horrible. So it's like he really does have to put the team. He controls everything with that team. He is the reason they win every single.
Like a horrible.
I don't even think the
It's a
weapon.
pretty horrible defense.
But the defense, the weapons thing, like there's definitely teams that have better ones for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, he gets he has a great offensive line,
Yeah, that's helpful.
great running back.
Great running back.
Like he doesn't have that true like I'll give you he doesn't have that like that 1-1 guy, but he also has like in one of the best tight ends in football.
Yeah.
Like Shakur is a solid receiver.
Is Shakir even like a 2 anymore? Like
He is though, but it also if you're Josh Allen, you make him look like
that's true.
Like
Sure.
that's what everyone else. That's what all the great ones do.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. I still think he's a really, really good. quarterback.
He's incredible, but I think he deserves like some slack.
Let's see how they look this week.
They need this one.
Yeah.
They need this one.
he's 4-1 versus Patrick Mahomes in regular season.
All right, Rams -14 against the Saints. I don't think anybody thinks the Saints can win the game outright, although we have seen crazy. This is when crazy shit happens in the NFL. I'm going to go with the under, 43.5.
It's one of your 5 picks of the week, right?
Yeah, I trust the Rams defense. I think they just limit the Saints. I think the Rams have done. I feel like I've taken Rams unders in a couple of spots like this with big spreads where they win kind of ugly.
Well, I got some good news.
Shucks getting the
Marty
start.
is on the over in that game. So that's one of Marty's 5.
Rams Saints.
Yeah.
What's that number?
43 and a
43 and a
half.
half.
I struggle with that because Oh no, it's not Rattler.
Yeah,
It's
Shuck's getting his
Shuck.
first
No
start.
matter what, that offense just like is brutal to watch. That's asking a lot of points for the Rams.
I was just saying, you're asking the Rams to get like 35.
Right, because the Rams defense is great. So what the fuck are the Saints going to do against that?
If I told you the Rams get you 35, you're like, all right, I'll take that. Like,
But I don't know if that gets you the number.
I'm not touching
did you
that.
need
game.
8?
I don't think that
What do you need 9?
I haven't
from-
seen much from the Saints to justify that.
Can the
Honestly,
Saints
it's
get 2 scores?
I think a tough thing too with with them taking this long. The fact that they took Shuck in the beginning of the second round, and they took this long to go off Rattler.
Not a good sign.
No, a horrible sign that they know that they think and know Rattler.
We
is
also
much
know
better.
Shuck, and we know that was a bad pick.
No, I hated
From
it.
the jump.
He wasn't. He
This
never,
wasn't a surprise to me that like he hasn't beat out Rattler to this
Yeah,
point.
it's-
Like that was a horrible pick.
It's funny. I've been seeing a lot more guys come out like that, like NFL guys and guys that played with him or seen that like Rattler and that think he could be good in like a different like.
I don't see it at all.
I see so like you see the arm talent. Like the arm talent's I think abundantly clear if you like watch him.
Sure, but
Because to me it's like, listen, I mean, look at all. I'm not even just look at some of the guys that have been in bad spots and look bad, and all of a sudden they go to a good team and they look good.
you're not wrong. But I think he's a backup.
I don't know. The more I watch him, I was having him coming. I see the arm talent. The team's so bad.
He's a solid backup. I think he's a backup.
I'd be curious to see him in a different spot. But my more point is that I think Rattler was clearly that much better than him. So whatever even if you think Rattler's bad, like I think Shuck is. I don't think Shuck.
It would be a fun test to see him as a Niner with Shanahan.
That's what. But that's
that
what
would
I'm
be
saying. Like
it would be fun to see a lot of people like who could truly fail with Shanahan.
Trey Lance,
that's what I'm
that's it.
saying.
Right, that's a good call, Meek.
Not a good look for Trey Lance.
It was interesting. I've been seeing like more and more of it because he got benched and people being like, "Yo, like Rattler's not nearly as bad as everyone thinks he is."
Sure.
So I guess I think I saw Kurt Warner talking about it, who's like breaks down NFL stuff
Yeah.
and quarterback stuff. It was like, "Yo, like don't this guy's not as bad as you think he is."
It does give us another Oregon guy though starting the game in show.
I guess he was
Yeah. Yes.
at one point. He played for everyone in college.
He played for Oregon. Yeah, I mean, he's got Oregon ties. That
Texas
gives you-
Tech,
this year. That gives
Louisville.
Yeah.
Went to every conference.
you fine. This year gives you
He's a nomad.
Knicks, Herbert,
Took him till he was 30 to have a good college football season.
Chuck, Mariota. Who am I missing?
Herbert.
You already said that.
Knicks, Herbert,
Gabriel.
Mariota, Gabriel, Shuck. Yeah.
Gabriel sucks.
Oh.
He sucks.
I think Jeff Lowe's nearing a mental breakdown if he continues to start.
Join the club.
You saw they had the buy and or they're having the buy and Shooter was like, I'm sticking around, like we're getting prepared. Like his days are numbered. Like he's like, buddy, your days are numbered, little guy.
Yeah. But they got to do it.
You just know Gabriel's not. You know he's not the guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyone who
yeah,
thinks he's like the guy, like you,
I would even argue
bless
he's not
you.
even a good backup.
no.
Like, there's nothing there.
He's on his best day. He's like Colt McCoy on like Colt McCoy's like average day.
Yeah. It's just not. It's not good.
Green Bay minus 12.5, total 44.5. I'm going to go with Carolina under 15.5 total points.
I'm so spooked because I'm a big dog better, and dogs have been getting just. I mean, if you just bet the chalk is favorite the last like 2 weeks, you're up $1 billion. They're the favorites in 12-2 against the spread, including last night over the last like week and a half. It's just crazy. I'm like spooked by it. I hate like half these lines.
All right, it's too
I
much.
want like nothing to like
Staying away from this game.
like you just take dogs and they just lose by 30.
I like Carolina under team total.
I don't hate that play.
Bryce Young starting again, or back to starting. I think we throttle.
I got
No reason not to
too.
think. We don't.
They're much better at home too than on the road.
Green Bay.
No, I'm saying Panthers.
Carolina.
Like they've been very good at home. And
Yeah.
They've been bad on the road.
Bryce
had
has some really bad home road splits this
They've
year.
gotten annihilated. Like
That's what I'm
the
saying.
New England game is one to remember.
Then they'll beat the Falcons 30-0 at home.
That's what-
They beat the Cowboys at home.
Fucking Falcons. No, man. I mean, there's no excuse to not do anything but throttle this team.
There's some good games this week, but man, there's some shitty games.
Yeah.
Chargers minus 9.5, going to Tennessee, total 43.5. I got nothing.
I just can't bet Tennessee in good faith. Like another one.
I can't.
Like they will just find a way to lose by 30. They just have no confidence. They're just a horrendous football team.
You don't love the Chargers either, so
No, but I don't. But I just can't. I just
know,
mentally,
yeah,
I
I'm just-
can't.
I'm
I
just
can't-
listing out
I'm
the
done
options.
putting my money on the Tennessee
I got
Titans.
it.
It just won't happen.
All right, I'll
Me
get-
with the Raiders, and that's coming up.
Yeah, same. No, I'm the same way with the Raiders. Just can't do it.
Won't do it.
Just can't do it.
Oh, you know what? If they want to cover,
That's what I'm saying. Good.
Yeah, good.
Anyone who has the balls, like
Have fun. I just don't wanna do
Because
it.
mine have been chopped off already. They're gone. The Raiders have taken my nutsack.
It's very much like St. Mary's in the tournament for Ev. He will never be wagering his hard-earned money on St. Mary's.
See, but that one I've been right a lot.
No, I'm just saying you
Raiders, I'm just getting killed on.
I know. Yeah, it is what it is.
St. Mary's, I fade. St.
Yeah, there's
Mary's.
certain teams.
I've been betting on the Raiders and just losing my shit.
All right, fair enough. All right, last big one, and then into the close ones. Detroit minus 8.5 at home against Minnesota. Total 48.5.
this is JJ, right? This is JJ.
I'm
Yeah.
on Vikings plus 8.5 with a fresh JJ McCarthy. That is way too many points to give that man.
It's been fresh for 2 months.
I'm kind of going the other way. This is not one of my 5 picks, but I'm taking JJ under 211 passing yards. It's minus 111. I just don't trust this guy as a quarterback, and I want to.
Any thought though that like the Lions are beating the shit out of him?
I know.
That was my
I'm a
first
little
thought when
worried.
you
There's
said
There's a lot
it.
of
Little worried.
garbage time numbers there, and they're going to leave him out there like, hey, we're not putting in Brosmer, and Carson Wentz is dead. So like,
So I guess.
But I think teams getting blown out too. I mean, they'll still throw it, but I could see the Vikings kind of being like, all right.
The other side
But
of
that would mean they're down like 50.
Can the
if you're
Vikings?
doing
I think
that.
the Vikings defense is good enough to keep the Lions at least at somewhat at
Yeah, like
at a
8.5.
little distance.
this is such an interesting game for you, little fuck.
I like it. 8.5.
JJ against Detroit.
Yeah.
I
Season's on the line.
take the Lions as one of my 5 picks.
Yeah, this could be a great look for you or a terrible look for
Yeah.
you.
Season's on the line.
I like the Lions at home.
Also, wait, we didn't even talk about. Well, maybe you talked about when I wasn't here. Carson Wentz just played hurt for a month and did never say anything about it.
We did talk about it because we're like this guy's screaming at it.
He
this
sacrificed
Kirk Herbstreit's
his
calling him
body.
soft. Like
The team knew he had a torn labrum in his shoulder or something for a
Something,
month.
yeah.
It's giving Yankees protocol.
And he was never on the injury report
keep
with
trotting
this
you
at
out
all
there.
either. It's like
No, because they were like, well, if we throw him out there and we put that information out there, then people are going to be
And
like,
if
JJ.
And if you're Carson Wentz, you're like, well, I gotta play through this just to be my last crack at being a starting quarterback in the NFL.
He ruined his life. They ruined his life.
Yeah.
He gave his life to basically just preserve JJ McCarthy for like 2 weeks.
He
a
owes
couple
JJ
weeks.
McCarthy. He owes JJ McCarthy like years of his life.
It's crazy. He played that bad, and he still looks better than what Cam Ward looks like now.
Like every time he picks up his kid, he's gonna feel something in that shoulder, and he's gonna think, "Hey, thanks, JJ."
All for JJ McCarthy to be
for
like
2 weeks.
Yeah, just like preserve and then have him literally like doing fucking hurdles over guys rolling.
I'd like to talk to the surgeon and see, like, have you ever seen anything like this in this shoulder?
Well, how bad was the car accident?
Damage. Yeah, right.
Guy was holding his left shoulder was falling
Right.
off.
I mean, Kirk Herbstreit's like, "Well, you can't show."
I was gonna say,
emotion
it's
to the
that,
sideline."
not even on Kirk. It was falling off for 3 quarters, and they didn't even wince about taking him out. Every time he got hit, he was literally like, "Oh my god!" And they're just not even
they're not.
even a thought to
No.
put someone else in. Even Brosmer, they to put him in the last
Or
series.
Brosmer.
The last series they put him in.
New England minus 5.5 against Atlanta. I'm going to take New England. I know it's big public. It's big. It's one of the big public. By the way, we had Julian Edlow in here the other day. We had him on House Call. You can go to the DK Network, and it's very easy to look in terms of the splits, where the money is, where the amount of tickets is.
I'm on it right now.
I've touched to him, too, a million times. Like, it always felt like one place is saying this or, a TV station is saying this, and what you hear is there. Like, forever I got turned off by people would ask too in the DMs, like, you ever look at the public money or this and that? I'm like, it always felt like it was convoluted. You were never getting a true answer. I love how this website is designated or designed, I should say, and dedicated to showing you the true splits. How very easy to read. I like that shit too.
It's awesome.
You scroll down, it's right there.
And they all sports props as well. Most popular props. But yeah, I'm literally on it right now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how it's organized.
Atlanta is one of my 5 picks.
What's the money ticket?
Atlanta's 25 picks.
Yeah.
What's just fading the public? What's the money in tickets on Atlanta? I mean, on New England. I know where I'm at with this.
86% handle New England, 81% bets New England. I'm on Atlanta.
Sorry, so it does.
I think it's
it is saying
insane
that
this
the
number is
money
in 7.
The money is also going with the bets. So
Well, it's also early too.
Yeah, that's
even
accurate.
Stu always says this, and I think it's smart. Like, because there's so many bets going to last minute. Like you don't really know what it really is till like 30 minutes before kickoff.
That's true, but I'll tell you this: this is not going to change going into Sunday. This is New England under a 6-point favorite at home against this.
Oh no, they're public. They're going to stay.
This is a monster public play. I cannot believe this isn't 7, even maybe 7.5. You can make an argument for it, just based off how different Atlanta looks on the road compared to home and how rolling New England is. Atlanta stays around this.
Aren't you nervous about putting your money on Penix?
I think New England's by a field goal.
I don't know where Penix is like. I'm on.
I don't know who this guy is.
But like he's not terrible. Like you're saying put your money on him like he's like Zach Wilson.
No. It's more the. I'm sorry. I should say the inconsistency of Penix. Somewhere?
Yeah, Zach Wilson's still on a roster.
Oh. Yeah, he's with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
The inconsistency of Penix. Jesus. That's what I worry about putting my money on, I guess. Yeah. You're right. He's not horrible at all.
Honestly, the thing because I kind of more agree with Hubbs. They're not one of my 5 picks. I feel like I'm going to be on the Falcons by the time it comes Sunday.
Probably on money line.
But again, I feel like I just keep betting teams like this in these spots, and they just get fucking obliterated. It's been just infuriating as a gambler. So
I can't take the Falcons.
I'm in such like a. I'm not seeing the board well at all right now. I'm in like a fog when it comes. The board is foggy to me.
Well, I kind of looked at the board today for Sunday, and I was like, boom, 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 boom.
I mean, I'm just ice cold. I just can't buy one. So I'm just like my head's in a pretzel right now.
Well, I just think that's a great line.
My normal brain would be like Falcons circle all over for this.
I think it's a tremendous line for Atlanta.
I agree.
I'm gonna guess it's Bijan. It's a big Bijan day. And they're gonna score on New England defense a little bit.
I think what drives me nuts with the Falcons and what's like giving me hesitation is they're just so poorly coached.
100%.
And that's the thing where I feel like I keep getting burned. I keep betting like teams that on like spots, but they just have shitty coaching.
And on the flip side, Vrabel's been.
And the coaching advantage here is like
Can I add
an A to a D.
I want to add one wrinkle into this. When the Falcons had a vacancy for head coaching, they interviewed Mike Vrabel and didn't give him the job. You think Vrabel
of course
remembers that? It's like I want to show these guys what
I
they're missing.
tell you, he definitely remembers.
See, I feel like that's not.
It's not an edge.
Not even an edge. No. I like the motivation factor. I feel like in my brain, I feel like he could have had that job and I feel like it was more he said no than they said no.
Okay.
He was always going back to.
I just can't fathom that they had Raheem Morris and Mike Vrabel in front of them.
Yeah.
They were like, Mike Vrabel, thanks for coming in, Mike. Like we're all set.
Yeah,
I just can't.
That's probably.
I mean, I just can't fathom that it went any other way than that.
It's not like what the Titans were, where it's like, they kicked this guy to the curb.
Yeah, I there's no way I think Vrabel was like, you know what, like if Falcons are my only option, like I'll sit out a year and see what happens.
Yeah. Indy -3 going to Pittsburgh, total 50.5.
Steelers +3 at home. I like it.
It was so close to one of my picks, so instead I went over.
I don't hate the over.
50.
I actually like the over.
That's the
I might bet it. I put Steelers on my 5, but I might bet the over.
This is one of my first total. This is my first total pick of the year.
How are you not at Atlanta territory where he's at? Where it's like if they cover good, like you like Pittsburgh, like
it's just the Colts like
not in stay away. Pittsburgh's not in
the
stay
Colts
away
are obvious, but they're not that bad.
I don't think
the Packers are a very, very good team. Like they were in that game, or they had a bad second half. They did, and their defense is not great. That's why I think I'll be on the over as well. But the Colts are good. I'm not trying to continue to completely just discredit them. But at some point, you have to acknowledge their body of work is beating up legitimate tomato cans. They're
destined to get a bad break against them.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. They're destined to not have the ball go their way on the
but this Steelers defense might be some tomato cans.
But I also have to lose at some point.
It's
They're
an
gonna go
old team. They're slow. It was
so they can lose and cover the spread. I could easily see them winning a game close late. Honestly,
I like Pitt.
I forget who I saw. Someone brought up they played one close game and they had the ball to score and Dan Jones threw an interception. I'm just saying, I think
the Broncos game where they got
super lucky with again, it's not to discredit them. They're a good football team. They're going to win that division. They're going to be a top probably 3 seed in the AFC, maybe 1. To be honest,
you know what's crazy?
But they eventually, as Meek said, they just can't win every fucking game. And again, they can win. And still come.
I almost took Pitt. I just ended up going the over just because of Steelers defense. I like the firepower with Indy, and I think the Steelers can score on them.
That's what I agree.
We didn't think about it at the time, but that Broncos Colts game, that call could flip the entire playoff picture
Massive,
in a way.
dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a flip between the Broncos being a 1 seed or being a 5 or something.
Yes.
Daniel Jones, by the way, anytime touchdown +330 in that game. I don't like that Steelers defense. I'm not saying quarterback touchdowns, crazy things happen. 330? He's had 4 touchdowns already.
It's good value.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's high score. I agree. A good call on the over.
More
I like
probably
the
have
over
a first
as well.
touchdown.
First touchdown is
I don't like
plus
taking totals.
1,700.
Marty will probably have that.
But one touchdown, 330. I don't know.
Marty may have him 2 touchdowns.
You might.
Denver against Houston. Houston at home -1.5. Houston -1.5. Total 39.5.
Marty's on the Texans.
I'm on the Broncos.
Love.
Oh, good. I'm glad Marty's. Oh, good. I'm on the
Love Houston.
I do too.
Love Houston.
No Sertan. That's
same
massive.
deal as last week, man. It's like the fucking carbon copy. It's a better team, obviously, in Denver than San Francisco, but I'm leaning on that Houston defense to smother Bo Nix. Stroud looked good last week. They're up. This is a better defense Denver has than San Fran. It will not be as easy, but I think Bo Nix gets smothered by that Houston defense.
You worry
Absolutely.
that people are getting a little too high on Houston a little bit?
But I think it's the opposite. Everyone's so high on Denver. Everyone's sucking Denver's dick.
Yeah.
With no Sertan, it's a different defense.
It is different.
Who's the defensive player of the year?
I was thinking.
I want on record.
You
I was an
disrespect Bo
early.
Nix.
I was an early Denver
rightfully
dick
so.
sucker.
No, not rightfully.
I did have him.
No, they're having a good season. I agree with Hubs, though. I think
so.
this is a massive Texans spot. The Texans defense will be the reason they win this football game.
I'm the only guy in the Broncos in this one, then, huh? All right, I like that. I'll take that. I think you guys. Sertan is a fair point of.
But even the
Bo
line
Nix-
too, like
Bo Nix
they're
is
6.
good.
He's solid. They're 6-2 now. They're dogs.
We haven't mentioned the Texans' offensive line. Travis.
Sure, but
Held up last week.
And how's it held up last week? We'll see. I like it
Here's the
at
Broncos.
home.
Here's what I'll say about Bo Nix. I would be stunned, and the respect I would give him if he looks good this week, like things shift in my brain. I just don't see it happening. I think we're going to see. I think Bo Nix shows his true colors in this game.
The over-under in this game, by the way, only 39.5. Just FYI.
Yeah, it's
They're going to show out.
San Francisco -2.5 going to MetLife against the Giants. Total 48.5. I really thought about San Francisco, but they're just.
I'm on the Niners. One of my 5 picks.
You're a Giants fan.
I know. I'm saying in terms if you're betting the game, if you're betting the
God,
game,
man. I get it.
what's the firepower the Giants have? We're losing guys left and right.
No shit.
You
But,
can't bet against your
again,
own
you
team,
could say that, and then it's only a 2.5 point line. I get there at home.
I think it's a Giants line.
I kind of think so too.
nearly put as my 5, but I hesitated and I did not.
Yeah, I think
be
I'm
on
going to
them.
bet the Giants.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's your team. I don't bet on the Jets anymore, though.
This is a 10% handle, 19% of the bets.
that's again. It's like a crazy. Like the entire planet is on them laying points on the road. Like they just got their fucking doors blown off of the Texans, who you were just telling me a minute ago aren't good.
It's
They
fair.
just got smashed, like absolutely eviscerated by them.
The Giants have nobody left. I mean, just a walking wounded there. Like I just don't know what else you guys can do.
But I mean, what do you mean by what? Like, I get like Neighbors is hurt. Like I
And
understand.
Scatterbo,
but
like he was a huge part of that offense. Like
They've got running backs though. Still, they're not,
Tracy's
not better.
Obviously,
but
I would prefer if Scatterbo was healthy. Obviously,
sure.
But I'm like Tracy's not terrible.
he's not terrible.
I don't know. I just don't. I just think the Niners, like in the spot they're at injury wise, like they just like they've like you want to talk
Fred
walking
Warner.
wounded. You want to talk walking wounded? Like they're more walking wounded.
They had a higher threshold to start with, though.
but they've lost more. I mean, they've lost Nick
They're
Bosa,
decimated, dude.
Warner, like all the
also
every fucking
also,
receiver they have.
This is
like,
Mac Jones again, right?
Yeah, like Purdy. Like
Purdy's still limited
just
in
kid-
practice, and they
kid-
said he's not going to play until he's not basically limited.
I think this is a close game. Like I think this will be a
No,
close
I do too. I just think San Francisco's like you look at they got the Rams next week, then it's at Cardinals, Panthers, at Browns. They got to buy fucking starting December 7th, with the week of that, like deep buy, and then
I think
from
it's a
there,
close game.
Titans, Colts, Bears, and Seahawks, like not really easy. If San Francisco's fighting to get in the playoffs, this seems like one they have to
This is another one where this is again.
have.
I'll concede I get scared in the coaching advantage
Mm.
because I think the Niners are just very well coached, and I still just don't always love Dable's like just in game, just general like management.
So
Don't
you're
always
you're
love-
out on the Giants.
What? I just know.
out
I don't think we're in a great spot health wise. That's
I don't
all.
think so either. I agree with you. I'm out on the Giants.
If you're betting the game, that's all. That's all I'm saying.
Well, with this, I think if you're a Giants fan, you should be in because I think we have the quarterback, which is like Steph.
Yes, which
Walker.
is
you
great.
do. I think
And that's
We don't have
not
a ton
gonna like
around them.
every time I watch Dar, I'm like more and more impressed.
you should be.
Even in games like again like Eagles game where they lost, like I thought he played really well in that game. He made some amazing throws that were drops. They got put in some brutal spots, like some bad, like they got fucked by penalties and fucking bullshit.
I see him kind of carving up San Francisco.
Also, if you see, I don't think this is a big thing, and I don't think it's just like Belichick like gamesmanship. Every defensive coordinator is like, holy shit, that guy's good. Because also look who he's playing with. Like, look at the receivers he's
One of the
throwing
worst.
to.
It's one of the worst.
Now they're
weapons
just
you can
making
have.
plays like left and right. Like I said, every time I watch him, I'm like more impressed than the next week.
I am not taking the Niners as any sort of anti-Dart thing. I am very impressed with Dart.
No,
Don't get me wrong on that end. Like,
I'm not going to sit here and be like, how dare you bet the Niners? The Giants are just like not a great football team.
No.
But they have some pieces on their team that are like, all right, this is like.
See, that's what's weird for me because you were the one convincing me that the Niners are still in the mix.
I think they are in the mix.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a spot like
they did get hurt.
I just think it's they just had their two of the best defensive players in the league are out,
No, I agree.
and they don't have their quarterback. They don't have a plethora of like good receivers that they had at one point.
I agree.
Chicago -2.5 going to Cincy, total 51.5.
This is a tough one. This
Nothing to do with this game.
Yeah, this
That's
is
the game. Make me care about this.
I'm gonna. It's not one of
I
my picks. I'm on the Bears.
I
It's not
almost
one of
want
my
to take
picks, though.
Cincy, but I don't think I'm going to do it.
I want to know. Is this Browning?
I think Flacco's going to play. I think he is.
That would make me want to take.
I think it's
I
leading.
think it's gonna be Flacco, isn't it?
I think it's going to. I think it's. I think
I'll say those Hubs. There's no quarterback prop picks for the Bengals.
It's a terrifying. If it's Browning, I literally won't even. If it's Browning and I'm watching Red Zone, I'll click out.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch.
Yeah. I mean, if it's Browning, I'm damn sure not betting the Bengals.
This goes to my point. The Bears aren't bad. I don't think the Bears are a bad team. I don't think they're a good team, but I think they win this game.
They better fucking win this game if it's Browning.
Yeah, Bears are mediocre.
So I'm on the Bears.
They've gotten lucky schedule-wise too. They've had a really easy.
Well,
schedule.
they're gonna pay the piper soon.
No, I know. But this is so that even more so why they need this one.
I think the Bears win. I said not one of my picks, but I'm on the Bears.
If they lose, they can't lose this game.
No.
They can't lose.
Better
this
not.
game.
They shouldn't.
If it's Browning, if Browning beats
If it's
them,
Browning, they can't. Yeah.
you move on from Caleb.
that's
If Browning,
Yeah.
it's Badgett next week if Browning beats
That's
you.
tough.
Oh shit.
Jacksonville -2.5 going to Vegas, total 44.5. Jacksonville's got to be very careful here too, because like this starts it was Jacksonville. Nobody was higher than Jacksonville when they beat Kansas City. You know, when we all came in, I think we're all pretty anti Trevor Lawrence guys this year. Are you?
Yeah.
Or just in general?
I was
Like,
going into this year.
You know, I think he gets a free. Like, where is the outrage of Trevor Lawrence? I just don't find it.
That's fair. I'm on the Jaguars are one of my Jags are one of my top picks today. This week rather. This is more of an anti-Raiders pick than anything else.
The Raiders were going to be my pick until I just remembered like the games I've lost betting the Raiders this year. And they are, as I said previously, I'm just done betting the Raiders. It's a great spot for them. This line is terrible for Jacksonville. I'm not betting the Raiders, though.
I'm rooting for Vegas because it's just hilarious. Like Jacksonville will be in such a bad spot if they lose, because they still got the Colts twice. It's just it's a very tough schedule for them.
Same. Like I just can't. It's the most like Raiders line ever, but I just can't do it. I refuse to lose more money than I have this year already on the.
I'm just done with Geno.
On the Vegas
Just
Raiders,
done,
just can't
man.
do it.
Yeah.
And then the Barstool game of the week is Kansas City as a 1.5 point favorite going to Buffalo, total 52.5.
I like the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
It's the defense. I just trust their defense far more. They're rounding into shape right now. I know there's a lot of good stats with Allen against the Chiefs, but also like there's a ton of great stats with Mahomes as like a short spread.
I know
he's unbelievable.
Mahomes has obviously taken him in every playoff matchup that they have.
I'm on Chiefs -1.5.
Allen's got a few regular
Last year,
I think 4-1 in the regular season.
last year he'd go to KC and win?
Yes.
Yeah, 4-1 in the regular season.
He's got I wanted to make because I knew Mahomes owns him in the playoffs, but I didn't know how big. You forget how big that discrepancy.
Yeah, he's 4-1 against him in the regular season, but 0 in the playoffs.
I love KC. They're one of my 5 picks. It's because of the defense. It's not just because of the defense, because of Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
How he looks, and Mahomes he's finally got all his weapons there. Buffalo, that defense, man, and no Ed Oliver.
Yep.
Can't take him.
Chiefs is one of my 5.
Can't do it. This also feels like a KC statement game, like an official, like we're the fucking team.
Yeah. Like Colts, watch out.
KC's one of your
Everyone watch
5?
out. Yeah, one of my 5.
And are you as well, Hubs? So my bet this week is Buffalo wings and watching awesome football and just not betting anything and just enjoying the sport because I love these two teams.
I might even.
I'm literally not betting this game at all. I'm just gonna sit and just watch.
You're not
going to
put a same game parlay for the Barstool game of the week?
Oh, I will do that. I will do the same game parlay, and that will give me like a rooting interest. But as far as picking a side, I should say, I'm not gonna do that.
I could see myself also betting drives once both offenses kind of settle in. Just bet touchdown.
I was just gonna say I'll probably bet there's like a system like overplay.
I might.
They just get in like quarterback duels.
I might just bet the over and just have fun.
could be
Like, let's go points.
all over.
Something like that. I just want fun. That's
What's
all.
the Bills in these games, man? When they play like the Ravens, it just eventually just boom, right down the field.
I just want fun.
Like it's 52 and a half, which it should be.
What, Phil?
That's how likely to take whatever Max has for his 10K bet on bonus bet on Sunday.
Yeah, that was something yesterday. Jeez, with Donnie and all
Donnie
that.
fell victim to the wheel.
I
and
caught
then-
that.
What was the reasoning behind everyone dogpiling him? Like, why did everyone get so happy for Max?
They just wanted to see Donnie.
I think it was just. I think it just was. It was
Donnie
such
do
a.
something
It was.
to-
It was such a long thing. So it was the week he got fucked like kind of the week before where
I saw that.
he won but then he wasn't gonna be there. So then the compromise was like he gets 18 on the next
Right,
one,
and he kept
but then
doing
they
the
keep doing this their whole thing. They just get him into these like. It almost just like egg him on into like keep spinning the wheel as many times as possible, and he just I think made kind of the wrong decision at the end. And,
Got it. It was more of just an upset for Max to win it, so everyone got happy. Okay.
I mean, he had 18 spots in
Yeah.
this wheel, and someone with one spot
Yeah.
ended up winning it somehow.
Yeah, he had.
and Max was off the wheel at one point. He got
Yes,
back on.
correct.
He did the once he was riding out the eliminator and he was in a great spot, and then it was whatever to not ride it through. It's like
You gotta try to get 100-1 parlay. Just 100 spots on the wheel and still not end up getting it.
Seattle -3 against Washington, going to Washington total 47.5. I take Seattle as well.
Jaden Daniels is back.
He's
I am
back.
on the Commanders.
Yeah, that's important. Otherwise, the game is
One of my 5. Give me Commanders and the points at home with Daniels.
This is their season. Like
I'll be
this-
betting
That's
them.
a-
I'm not my 5.
That's what I'm saying. This is like everything. This is like a last stand almost.
I'm a little sick of the
It's
Commanders.
early.
I'm a little sick. Of
I
the
am too. No, this is my like
Too
if
many
they
games at night.
if they don't cover this one, like I'm done with them.
That's
like
what
they'll be in like
you
the
got
graveyard.
an exciting quarterback early, they move up.
I'm in the lockstep.
No, I don't blame
Yeah.
the schedule makers, but they're just not as exciting as they were last year, and injuries have played a part in that as well.
This game is so crucial for them. I'm with that. This is one of my 5 picks as well. This is like figure it out.
Seattle's good though.
Seattle's very good.
I know.
Seattle's very good.
This is my 5th pick, if you will. Like this is like my last one, but like
Yeah, if you lose this game, your season's over. Like you're not getting that wild card spot over Seattle if that's the case.
you're also getting 3 too, right, Ev? Like,
You're getting 3.
all
You're
right,
getting a full 3 at home.
Like all right.
And they can't. And like Seattle couldn't have. I think they're coming off a bye.
As
They,
good
they,
as
they couldn't have
Seattle's-
looked better. Like Commanders couldn't have looked worse. But at the same time, they like against the Chiefs. They're moving the ball up and down the field with Mariota. Just, I think with Daniels, they can finish some of these drives.
Now-
Again, they're at home.
A little pushback. I still agree. Commanders are the play. Seattle has traveled to the East Coast. They played Pittsburgh and they played them pretty well.
They're just a good fucking team.
It's a
No,
good.
Seattle's
But
good.
as good as
When
they've
we-
been, what have they done to be a road favorite of 3 points?
Win.
That's
Consistently
a
win.
road favorite.
Dude, when we did this a couple weeks ago, where we looked at future odds of teams, I locked in Seattle. I don't know what they were, maybe 3,500 at the time to win the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say they win the Super Bowl, but Darnold's played really well this year. Kenneth Walker's awesome. JSN is a superstar receiver, and the defense is really good. Like they don't have weaknesses really. They're just really solid.
Him and JSN have been so good together.
Yeah.
Like JSN's always open, and I'll give Don a lot of credit every
Telepathic
time.
shit.
When that ball needs to be like right in that spot when he gets open, it's there every fucking time.
and his feet are some of the best footwork of any receiver.
JSN, he's 7'11", like he's always open. He truly is always. He's one of the more dominant forces in the game. Like no one can stop him.
No.
When he's one, like no one has anything for
They
him.
are turning into a team like Green Bay is obviously going to be a higher seed. It looks like right now. That could change. I may have just fucking put my foot in my mouth because Detroit's right there. But if Green Bay were to be matched up with Seattle, and obviously I have my house of horrors with Seattle in general, but like that's just not a team I want to play in the playoffs.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
and then Monday is would you do a full breakdown? Dallas against Arizona, total 54.5. I'm going to take Dallas -2.5.
Marty has Dallas as well.
There's an interesting note that Kyler Murray's never lost in AT&T Stadium. Now,
College too.
high school, college, a lot of those are.
How many
high
games is
school.
that? Like pre-NFL?
9, I believe he's 9-0. He's 9-0 total.
Is there any NFL?
You think so?
I'd have to
Yes,
imagine there's
yes,
got to be like
he's
a
won there
couple.
before in the
Yeah.
NFL.
Okay. I nearly did the over as my pick, but I'm doing the Cardinals. I don't believe in that Dallas defense, and I faded them last week with Denver, and that was Denver moved the ball effortlessly, hitting even like a live team total. Like I didn't even deserve to hit that. I don't like this Arizona team, but I like this spot for them. So this is realistically the play is the over, and I'll probably end up taking on the own, but I'm going Arizona.
2 wins at Dallas, 1 in 2022 and 1 in 2020.
Okay.
All right.
That just feeds the stat. That's all.
Yeah, that's everybody's 5. Anything tonight in terms of the baseball game? I got nothing tonight. I'm out there with full college.
Last night, by the way, real quick, Tulane basically had they had to win this game to stay alive for the
They're
Group
done.
5. UTSA. That McCown's kid,
he was great. He's great. Great
He
player.
had 2 incompletions in that game.
31 for 33.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
I was all over UTSA.
I was on UTSA. Yeah,
They in the black jerseys. I don't think they've lost, something like that.
they're a good team. They're well coached. Traylor's a good coach.
Yeah.
Yo, you know who's good?
Tulane got throttled.
That I shit on? Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
The other night, too. 6 and fucking 2.
So,
That dude.
my
What
sister
was that
goes there.
game?
Supposed to be one of the worst.
I saw you tweeting about it. What was that game with that horrible ref? What was it? Was
There's been a few lately.
it was that night though? I don't know. If
It was UTEP. Oh my God, UTEP. That was
same
like
game.
appalling. Some of the calls that they were.
It's where if the
going against.
player hit the ref, like give him a shove or something, I'd be like, good job.
There was like 3 in the final few minutes that
So
were like,
bad.
what are we doing? Like, what is happening?
Hate those refs.
Oh God, I said it. I've been on SVP's bad beats the last 2 weeks. I think I legitimately was on the wrong side of every single one. It's just been brutal. No one's colder than me right now. Ice cold. Couldn't get colder.
Pops, what do you got tonight?
Bad.
So, daytime tennis, Daniil Medvedev minus 129 over Zverev. That's going to start around 3 o'clock for you guys if you want to just get involved there. We got basketball tonight. Give me the Celtics plus 1.5 in Philly. Give me the Knicks minus 5.5 in Chicago. The undefeated Bulls, the sneaky 4-0 Bulls. Knicks minus 5.5. We got to have a fucking game here. Give me the Grizzlies plus 1.5 at home. And in baseball, I've kind of already said it. I'm going to be all over the Dodgers here. Give me the Dodgers minus 144 money line. Give me Yamamoto's over and outs. It was 18.5 at minus 144. Did I say one more thing? Oh, team total. I think they're going to score tonight finally. Team total, it's 4.5. Yeah, fuck. 4.5 over plus 110.
I'm on the Blue Jays money line tonight. I'm on Kevin Gossman over 15.5 outs.
Yeah, I got my weekend card out there tonight. The Denver does play tonight. I could see myself fired on Brown, I should say. So we'll see. It should be.
It's crazy.
God, talk
I would
about
like him.
He's my guy. It bothers
Can't
me.
like
Why
him if
don't you tell him that? Talk to him about it.
There's a lot of blue in those texts. Ev, what do you got?
I'm on Rice plus 14. I actually think Rice is not bad, especially at home. Getting 14. Memphis is kind of in the sandwich spot. Just had the win of the season. Look at another huge game next week. I like Rice getting 2 touchdowns. And also a team that was deader than dead but is truly fighting. North Carolina tonight, I think, is the play. They should have beat Virginia last week. Went for 2, didn't get it. They're getting 3.
Oh, they play me.
They're getting 3 tonight. That's why I was looking at you. I was waiting for they're at Syracuse, and Syracuse has looked horrendous. I think this is a UNC plus 3. I think is the play.
Don't disagree. And it's because our quarterback is so bad.
Yes,
Ricky
correct.
Collins is horrific. It sucks that Angeli's tore his Achilles.
He looked good. He was playing really well that game too.
I would love to see a scenario where he's just healthy all year. There was something there.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
This kid just isn't it. It's probably a good spot for them.
I think this is a
I'm
UNC
obviously
team.
not going to fade Syracuse, but I'm not going to tell you to take Syracuse. This kid is that bad at quarterback.
I think this is a UNC team. If you watch the last few games, they're starving for a win. They should
Wait, what was last week?
They lost on it in overtime, a 2-point conversion.
I had
at Virginia.
UNC.
They were getting 10.5.
I covered in that.
And this is exactly what
And this is now I just think this is a team that is they have been scratching and clawing for this win that they haven't gotten a little bit.
Yeah,
I think they get
by
it.
no means have they given up or
That's what I'm saying. They're
quit on their
fighting.
coach. They're
fighting.
playing. They're
And
playing football.
I made that mistake thinking Virginia was going to rout them because a couple of weeks ago I remember looking at the Clemson game going, fuck. Because you're never getting that one back. Clemson buried them.
Sure.
That was just talent. They've since rallied since there. And Dave said last week, he's like, watch out. I'm telling you, Belichick's got them fighting in Virginia. They're right there. He likes them again this week. I do think this is exactly what we said during the season. They're going to be awful early, and then Belichick's going to figure out a way to still rally them, and they're a little bit better. They're definitely fighting this year.
Telling my brain right now, don't.
They also lost
bet
too.
Duke on Saturday.
He
Don't.
pointed out the Cal game. They lost fumble going in.
Yeah,
Cal, they should have won that
Yeah,
game.
they definitely should have won that game.
Duke has a small spread in Clemson.
I know.
Don't bet Duke. Don't
Same, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. Just
Don't
can't
bet
do
Duke.
it.
I'm gonna bet Duke. Don't bet Duke.
Do it.
I am on Addison Barger, 2+ total bases, plus 181. I also have him 20-1 to win MVP. I still think he has a really good shot. No, it's like 40
His
to 1
numbers
now.
are crazy.
But it's like you guys think 471 in the series. He has a grand slam.
But Vladdy's winning.
But I get,
Yamamoto's 12-1.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
He goes
well,
out and throws a gem tonight.
yeah, but he needed the Dodgers to win.
of course.
Right. Well, that's
Obviously.
no, but the Dodgers.
No, but that's
could-
good value
but-
on 12-1.
But if you think the
But
Dodgers
he
can win the
greatly.
series,
If the
Yeah.
Dodgers are going to win the series,
He
he's
needs
going to
to
have to
pitch
pitch
well.
great tonight.
they may need him for okay. We didn't talk about this. Is there any chance he goes 7 innings tonight and gets an inning tomorrow just because it's Game 7?
sure, anything's possible.
Yes.
I think that's like
If
a
he
play.
goes 7 shutout, but
Randy
Shohei
Johnson did it.
Hey,
Yeah.
hold
2001.
on. Okay, let's say he goes a complete game shutout tonight.
and closes tomorrow.
No. He goes a complete game shutout tonight. Shohei hits a home run in 6 and 7 and pitches in Game 7 for 1 inning. Who's the MVP?
I think it depends.
A complete game shutout tonight.
I'd
I
still
think
give
2
it to
complete
the-
games.
Like I'm just trying to think. Like
That's
what?
2 wins you're giving your team.
I'd still give it to the relief pitcher to piss everybody off.
Klein.
We'll climb.
Klein.
Well, we're gonna see Will Klein tonight, hopefully, or Game 7.
Eventually.
I want to see him impact again.
I don't think we're going to see Will Klein the rest of the series.
Let's get him in there.
Ramondre Stevenson is out Sunday. Touchdown odds are off the board, but I will be taking the
I'm
Patriots
seeing
back.
they're Chuba Hubbard. They're in rumored circles for.
Yeah, I will take the Patriots backup running back to score a touchdown Sunday because I think they just hate Travion Henderson and don't want to see him score
Who's
a
the
touchdown.
other running back?
I have no idea. Whoever he is, I will take him.
All right.
So
Game of the week.
Chiefs Bills.
Chiefs Bills Sunday. Fire that in.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, I have very, very fond memories of Halloween weekend with college football, especially Texas Tech. Senior year, 2008, unbelievable game.
Is that Crabtree? Oh yeah, of course.
Unbelievable. Had Texas Tech to win the whole thing that year. It was
I didn't know it was Halloween.
It was November. I'm pretty sure it was November 1st. All right, Yaks. Now we'll see you next week.